The Rockefeller Foundation was successful in its production of unmanned mobile suits known as mobile dolls, developed to increase the Foundation's military power as it took over the world. However, there was a voice from within the Foundation that denounced the use of mobile dolls. The voice of Oz's leader, Treize Kushrenada. Treize objected to the idea of battles which employed mobile dolls and therefore made human presence unnecessary, and he thought to dissolve Oz. However, with the desire to maintain their present force, the higher powers within Rockefeller tried to resolve the situation by confining Treize. This resulted in encouraging a group of Oz soldiers who also disagreed with the introduction of mobile dolls to unite. They called themselves the Treize Faction and rose against the Rockefeller Foundation's strategies to rule. To facilitate its reign over the world, the Rockefeller Foundation promoted a new Oz, with its main power consisting of unmanned units called mobile dolls. Certain changes within the Foundation followed Treize Kushrenada's retaliation, including his being stripped of all power. At the same time, the Foundation was rapidly expanding its area of rule thanks to the highly skilled mobile dolls. After the space colonies accepted the Foundation, execution orders were released for the now isolated Gundam pilots. For them, it looked like the future would take a turn for the worse. Operation Nova. Built with the plentiful resources on the moon, the Virgo mobile dolls were directed at Earth to suppress rebel forces. The plan appeared to be progressing smoothly. But recently, frequent disturbances had hindered output on the Virgo production line. Operation Nova, the plan to send mass-produced mobile dolls from outer space to strife-torn areas on Earth, was steadily producing results. By displaying the threat of the mobile dolls, Oz was able to increase its influence over the people, while the Rockefeller Foundation was establishing its position to rule the world. Zero System, the name given to a cockpit system that quickly calculates battle data and feeds the large amounts of statistics on estimated values directly back to the pilot. But this system also drives a pilot to his limits, to the extent that he won't even fear his own death, thus helping him gain absolute victory. The year is after Colony 195. As the world constantly changes in the chaotic era, there are two mobile suits that could turn humans into the ultimate weapon, the Wing Zero and the Epion. By having Relina Peacecraft join the Rockefeller Foundation as their representative and a symbol of peace, they are able to gain the support of the people and are justified in making the world nation a reality. Meanwhile, in space, armed citizens who oppose Oz's colonial rule rise in every colony and start a movement for independence under the name White Fang. The year is after Colony 195. Wars are intensifying and are hurling the era toward drastic changes. Space Fortress Barge, a symbol of Oz's domination, surrenders into the hands of the White Fang. As a result, the map of power in space is drastically rewritten, with Milliardo Peacecraft now the leader of outer space in both name and reality. Meanwhile, on Earth, with Queen Relina at the helm, the Rockefeller Foundation is on its way to forming an unarmed world nation which has realized total pacifism. But with Treize Kushrenada's return, Relina is relieved of her duties.
Battleship Libra.
The year is after Colony 195. The delicate situation between Earth and space causes tensions to increase. The surrender of the Space Fortress barge and the lunar base was a fatal blow to the Oz Space Force. Oz, which had reigned as the leader, now had no place to hide from White Fang and the antipathy of the colony citizens. It stood isolated from all other forces. Treize Kushrenada assumes the position as the world nation sovereign and once again accumulates all military armaments on land. In space, the White Fang completes its gigantic space battleship Libra. With his desire to eliminate Earth, Commander Milliardo Peacecraft proceeds with his plans to enter into a fully fledged war with the entire forces of the world nation led by Treize. The Gundam pilots continue to fight, not siding with anyone. And right before them, the largest battle yet to be experienced by humanity is about to begin. Having been attacked by the enormous battleship Libra, the Earth compiled an overwhelming amount of resources to stage a counterattack. The Earth used the closest natural resource satellite, the MO2, to gather thousands of armored mobile suit troops, consisting primarily of Space Leos. Treize declared that he would lead the attack, and the soldiers confidently followed him with high spirits. However, some were skeptical as to the odds they had against the enormous battleship.